if you never come across me in the internet, surname like mine, fairly rare, I think. So I just type it. It sounds really kind of, if yeah, one of those people. So yeah, just look for me in Google, you'll find me. But literally, you will. It's that weird. I've been around affiliates for 18 years plus or so, network side, client side, and most recently in data. So my background is kind of pretty much all encompassing. We started up Publisher Discovery about 7 years ago or so as part of an SEO tool. Then took that as a separate business. And over the past 2 years or so, we've been rebuilding Publisher Discovery as an engine using AI and machine learning. And that is now, a part of that is available within the Affiliate Future account. So if you go and look for Publisher Discovery within your tab within Affiliate Future, I've not got a live account here, so I can't show you exactly as it is, but it's pretty much as you will see it. What we do is we, within the platform, we analyze all the tracking and everything going on within the Affiliate Future network within the My Affiliates tab here. And we look for relevance, value, and a kind of what we call a total score, which covers relevance, value, and a couple of other parameters as well. You can put your own domain in there. It will actually be in there, your website. So if you are whoever you might be. So if we go in there as Qatar Airways, which is just one I happen to have set up because it's nice and easy. What we can do then is we can see which affiliates are likely to be useful to add to your program. Within this as well, if it's your own account, you'll have an ability to see who's live. In reality, there'll be nobody live because this isn't Qatar's account, so it's not connected. But what we can see is who's new, who's pending, who's joined, and who's live. I'll go through those. So new is people that are on the network, but you haven't connected with at all. Pending are people that you've reached out to and invited. Joined are those who've joined your program but aren't sending any traffic or any business. And then live is people who are live, got a link going, sending traffic and earning money, which is what you want from all of your affiliates. As you can see, there's about 1,000 results appear here from the top of the heap here. And if you're Qatar Airways, what you want to do is have a look for potentially relevant affiliates. So you can see there, Game Crawler, Bump Baby, FBA, Bargain Hunter. So all of these people here have got kind of a relevance for that particular vertical. And you can have a look at each of these ones. And so, for instance, if you want to have a look at somebody who's specifically travel, what you can do is then filter by these buttons on the categories, and that will just bring up all of the guys here. So there's people like Colin, who everyone in travel seems to know, whether to travel, and you can see there's information there. You can visit the site, or you can hit the invite button. Within your own account, that will just open up the invite box, so you can actually send out an email. I think within this, it does actually work. Yep, it's reconnected. So, so you'll be able to then just send out an invitation, and that will appear in the affiliates inbox, so they can rejoin. I'm not sure if I can click off of that one. I think because
might be where you're using, where it's a separate account on there, but it would be a template very similar. Customize a template. It fits with what the template is in the publisher directory as well that advertisers have.
Yeah, sure. So I'll just do a refresh on that because I seem to have broken it. So yeah, we've got travel selected. So what you can do is you can have a look at those guys, see which ones are useful, and then of course you can think in terms of, okay, that's good. Which are the most valuable? So in terms of the network, which affiliates of that selection are driving the most sales and sales volume? So you've got Beach Lets, which is pretty good if you're in the kind of a staycation market, which would be great. Again, you can check on them. You can visit the site. You can go and invite them. I won't do that again because I've once bitten, twice shy. And you can also sort them by total score. And as you can see, there's a little thing here which gives you an idea of exactly what those refer to. Relevance is basically based on how closely the content of the affiliate site matches the content of your site. And that's by a number of things. Firstly, actually reading the content on the site, but also looking at other stuff that's outbound links on that site as well, so you can get an idea of who they are. So really, really simple to do that. If you wanted to have a look, say, at the more general thing, you can uncheck that. And if you wanted to look the most potentially valuable guys, but only those with slightly higher relevance. You can see then it's very easy to move those sliders along, and that gives you a pretty good bite-sized chunk of people that's really worthwhile reaching out to recruit. So you've got people on board games, Stock Informer, a lot of stuff going on here which are about games as well. It could be, it's because I've got two selected, Qatar Airways and Affiliate Future. So that hopefully should make it a bit more sensible. It could just be that it's not actually connected to Qatar Airways account. Hopefully in your own account, that'll make a bit of a difference. You'll be able to see it far more usefully. But it does give you an idea of who are going to be the most useful potential affiliates. You can see there that with the high traffic ones, they tend to be more general. So things like VoucherBox, Health Service Discount, Price Runner, they're all the people you would expect to be. So they will have minimal relevance because basically they're joined to multiple different programs across all sorts of verticals. You can see here someone who's been signed up as joined. So you can see Voucher Cloud is joined and VoucherBox is joined. I think it's just for kind of looking at my voucher codes, unlike them, pending, they've been invited but haven't joined. And you'll see kind of within your own account exactly how that works. So that's kind of looks into all of the affiliates on the Affiliate Future program. What we've built is something that's even bigger than that. So you've probably seen information across social media and whatever about what else we do. Publisher Discovery's main tools you'll find in these three tabs here. And what you can do is you can upgrade your account for a very low cost to My Vertical, my competitors, and actually have a look at the wider internet. What this does is this looks at around 3 million affiliate websites globally, and that is looking at 2.7 billion links linking to 468,000 advertisers. So you can very simply think in terms of, if you've got a fairly small business with only a few competitors, you might want to only have a look at that, which kicks you off at 60. If you have more, if you're in a much broader one, say travel, or at the moment mattresses seems to be flavor of the month, you might want to have a look at all 10 competitors. But you can just pick a mid-range one, and each month you can change which competitors you're looking at. So it's very simple, and that will appear in your next billing period. So that will then go through your Affiliate Future account. So there's no separate bill to happen. It just gets added on to your billing with all the affiliate commissions, etc. And if you wanted to change back to 0, very simple. You can add your domain in here. I won't do that just for the moment because it's just, I think I needed to add my domain, didn't I? If I add my domain in here, so they're in there, so that's fine. And now, of course, I'm finding an error. I can't see anything. Oh, yes, that will be. I need to choose my vertical. That's probably what it is. So if I were to think in terms of, we were looking at travel before, we might want to look at something slightly different. So let's have a look at clothing. I hope this is live. If that's going to be an error from my perspective, I think I need to sort something out there and open a separate one. But I'll have a look at my competitors for the moment. I'll just set up another little account there and just see how that rolls. So I'll flick over to that in a moment. And so you can see here, we've looked at some competitors, PC World, Argos and Robert Dias, and you can see there, each month you can then change that. So if you wanted to change that to something different, you can do. So for instance, if you're in electronics, I don't think there's any electronics guys here, but if you wanted to change that, for instance, to be something like, I don't know, Topshop, it's still got a live topshop.com. What that goes is, that shows that there's 132 partners on Topshop. Then you might want to go on to a different one here, say Zara dot, and there's a .com, or it might be a co.uk. There's a .com, Zara.com, and pick something else. Search maybe John Lewis. It's quite a useful one. So 188 partners there. And as you can see, very quickly it goes out, digs amongst those 3 million or so affiliates, and finds out all of the people who are most relevant to those domains. And as you can see, all sorts of people you'd expect. Within the context of this as well, you'll see that there's contacts, and you can email out to them, or you can copy that email address and mark it as contacted in your platform, so that enables you to then curate that data within your system. Other ones here, you can see have multiples. Some will be corporate. I think they probably all are Uliana. Now it looks like effectively Julian in English. You can see other people. Other ones you'll find social. So within the context of something like the fashion field, then you would find, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Instagram, really handy place to reach out to. And you can click on the Instagram and see what they're doing. Obviously nothing at the moment. I would pick one that's not doing nothing. If you pick the rest of them, that will then fill out those potential affiliates. And you can see Bambino Goodies appears then, Curbed.com with Caroline Spivak, who's obviously the person involved there. And there's Twitter, Facebook, even YouTube for them. It just gives you the ability to look at that. I would also, one thing I wanted to emphasize here is it's very much worth your while for your own brand to have an affiliate's Twitter handle as well. So many affiliates work on Twitter and use Twitter for research and things like that. If, for instance, you're in fashion and you've got a fashion brand, so I don't know, call it something like Top Tops. So if Top Tops AF then follows one of these Instagram guys or a Twitter user in this field, it's very likely they'll follow you back. And it does two things. Firstly, you get a follow back so you can communicate directly. Secondly, when you send an email to Caroline from you at Top Tops, it will soft land that. So in fact, what happens is that you've then got the ability to get slightly underneath that email radar. So when you've got a few competitors in there, the gap analysis does yet another thing. Enables you to look at overlap. So if we look at all of them, you can see then there's 560. But if you then go, you can see kind of amongst these, you've got things like Daily Post. One thing I wanted to show is the other sites. These are all using the same GA account, which means they're probably all part of, there you go, Mirror Group. So they're all part of Mirror Group newspapers. So it's using the same GA key. It's likely that you wouldn't want to link through to one of these contacts, because those contacts will be probably the local guys in wherever Daily Post is based, but the local reporters. I would use LinkedIn and find who's the Mirror Group's commercial guys, and that's probably the best way of dealing with that. But you can see here that you can see overlaps here. So Elite Daily is linking to Topshop and Zara. And if you were to click on the minimum overlap, that would show everybody who's linking to, so for instance, to Topshop and one other, or to two of them and not one of the others. So it just gives you the ability to see that the people who are most likely to be adding links. If somebody's only linking to one competitor, it could be to have a unique relationship. Within the context of finance, it might be one finance provider. In the context of something like travel, it may well be that all they're doing is linking up with the Booking.com's API, and that's the only hotel group that they connect to. Each month you can change that, as I say, so you can change your domains over and you can load up a new one as well. Going back to my competitors, you can then reorder by traffic score, as you saw there, and then pick relevant. So you can top and tail those things. So you say, yeah, I want those guys. I only want the kind of higher traffic score. And that really cuts it down to a really usable set. You can add them to your saved publishers. And so you can come back to those at late. So you can, if you're working as part of a team, for instance, you can look at your favorited affiliates only. Now I've only favorited one, but there you go. But if you've got a few in there, you can come back to them later, or you can hand it on to one of the team to go out and actually do the outreach. So very, very simple, really kind of the simplicity of the interface belies how much information there is in there. If we're going to have another bit of a play, I was having a look at, I don't read the article because I wrote it. So you can see here that we're looking at home and DIY. You might want to think then, okay, let's have a look at an entirely different one. and look at, I'm trying to think who we've got. So for instance, if there's anybody in lottery business, we might have a look at some lottery guys, for instance. I saw somebody from here who's from that kind of sector. And this is global. So this will give you a view of the entire world. So you'll have people from absolutely everywhere. You can choose your country and change that. So there's 8,000. So if you're UK based, you might want to just type United Kingdom and choose that one. If you're US based, you can choose the whole of North America. Or if you've got a European business, you might want to choose the whole of Western Europe. So it's very simple to kind of click and change those. And by pulling that, that pulls that down to 2,400. The country indicator for each one of these doesn't say that, yes, they're 100%, as you can see from Aussie Insider. What that's doing is it's showing that that particular publisher is linking through to a lot of affiliate programs in the UK. So it could well be Aussie Insider has got quite a lot of expats out there. You see that quite often. Same with Polish sites. You might find it in Polish, but they're actually linking through to UK programs because there's a big Polish audience in the UK. I've seen a few of those where all of the programs on the sites are things like to Aviva Insurance or to John Lewis or Marks and Spencer's. So it's don't discount them because they've got a .pl or .au. Really, really simple then. Pull that down if you want to get rid of the low traffic sites. And if you want to kind of choose by a particular type of a website as well. So if you're looking for something specific, so it might be lottery, the word lottery, any sites with the word lottery. Oh, there aren't any, bizarrely. That's really strange. There normally are. But all of these guys are linking through to different types of lottery programs. You'll find within this context, quite a few of the sites don't necessarily have contacts in them, but that's often the case. If you're working in that field, that's very much often the case. As I've mentioned before with the competitors, each month you're able to then change that. And so, for instance, if we were to look at something entirely different, say, for instance, something like online web hosting, you get an entirely different set of affiliates. There will be some that are similar, but quite a lot of overlap between some of them, particularly where you've got people who've got 100 or more programs on them, like voucher codes, websites. But you'll find that every time you change vertical, you'll see a different set of affiliates. Each type of the affiliate then has also, thinking in terms of that, very different audience. So it's worthwhile making sure that you're reaching out to various audiences to grow to your program. That can give you entirely new customers appearing on your site. Honeycomb Home, I'm interested by that. Why on earth? It looks like somebody who's a very prolific publisher. So this guy here looks like he writes an awful lot. So see 99 other sites on their program. But if you speak to Roxanne, she'll probably be able to tell you. So that's pretty much it. It's not massively complicated. What I would say is do feel free to take advantage of the trial we've got. If you're an Affiliate Future merchant, there's an ability to upgrade to this for the first month for free of charge. So do feel free to reach out to Chloe and get your upgrade. We'd love to have you on board. We'd love to kind of go through this process one-on-one with you as well. So you can call on me and I can do that process with you. And we can make sure that you're finding as many affiliates to your program as possible.
Cool. Thank you. Yeah, I mean, as Chris said, if anyone did have any follow-up questions or anything, or was interested in the free trial option, reach out to me. If you don't have my email address, you can just contact support@affiliatefuture.co.uk and we'll pick it up. If anyone's got any questions, feel free to use the chat function. If not, we have recorded the session as well, so we'll post that within the advertiser interface so you can view it at a later date. And yeah. Sure.
I've had one question here on traffic score. The traffic score is something we pull in from SEMrush, which you're probably all aware of. So it uses the API from that, enables kind of the ability to find out what the traffic's likely to be. Some of them, which are on these subdomains like AppSpace and Blogspot, we have to physically change what it is, because SEMrush assumes every little Blogspot site, you know, which has got like two or three posts on it, we've got more traffic than Daily Mail, just because blogspot.com does. So we have to kind of tweak that and make it kind of more sensible. But this will give you an idea of who's got the highest traffic. So if you do go by traffic, you see, yep, Dented Reality, somebody in Australia has massive amounts of traffic on web hosting. So yeah, all of these guys here are linking through to those particular subjects. Happy to do one-on-ones. If you want to reach out to me as well, just for a demo for your own specific business, more than happy to do that as well.
Cool. Okay. No questions have popped up.
Okay.
But yeah, as I mentioned, will be uploaded, and get in touch if you need more. But thank you, Chris, for running that. Hopefully it was
my pleasure.
For
Yeah, sure. And do feel free to reach out to Chloe and see how this can actually make your life much better. I will just add one little one here that is a great blog post on our system from one of the affiliate future advertisers, Master of Malt, who actually managed to create, from finding the new affiliates to add to the program, grew their overall business by over 26% in the space of 6 months. So that shows what adding good new affiliates to your program and relevant new affiliates to your program can really do.